Yes, it's about visa 407. I don't know whether you've ever heard of this visa. Recently, many people have asked me about visa 407, training visa. It's a lot of question coming on this particular visa. So I said today, why not make this video and explain a lot, okay? All right. Visa 407 is a training visa in Australia, okay? This visa will allow you to take part in a lot of things, short trainings in Australia, okay? Will also allow you to work while you do the training. You can be in Australia while you apply for it, and you can as well be outside of Australia while you apply for it, okay? Depending, okay? All right, so training visa subclass 407 will allow you to take part in workplace-based occupational training activities to improve your skills. Okay, I'm coming to Australia to do training. It's not like full university studies, the very expensive one. This one is just training, and the visa cost is cheap. However, there are other requirements, okay? So it can be to improve your skills from your area of tertiary studies or field of expertise, or for professional development program in Australia. Your company can as well send you. Okay, all right, so today we'll be talking about visa 407, training visa. Okay, we'll talk about the requirements and how to apply all the eligibilities and what you'll be allowed to do if you come into Australia with this visa. All right, so if this sounds like something you want to hear, please sit back and let's dig in. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Jane Kenny's Creation, where we keep it real. My name is Jane and I live in Australia. Welcome. Thank you, my subscribers. You guys rock. And if you are new here, please do subscribe to my channel and become a member of this beautiful family where we keep it real. All right, it's about visa 407. All right, the purpose of this visa is for three things. It can be any of these three if you want to apply for this visa. Okay, it can be for you to upgrade your trainings for occupational training required for registration. Okay, so for example, there's a registration you want to do, professional registration, but you don't have enough skills, post-qualification skills or post-qualification experience. Okay, and you apply to come and do that in Australia. All right, and if you're already in Australia, for example, you're a student after studying, you have your postgraduate work visa and everything, and you haven't gotten your permanent resident or other visas, you can use visa 407 and be on it while you wait for your permanent resident or other visas, depending. But I just want to tell you, there is this visa that you can hold, okay? And before I go on telling you about the three pathways, I want to tell you that this visa, you can stay with this visa for 2 years in Australia. So they can grant you up to 2 years, depending on how many years or months the program you are coming to Australia to do will take, okay? But the maximum is up to 2 years. However, when this visa expires, you cannot extend visa 407, but you can apply for other visa. It doesn't have no further stay like visitor's visa or something. So while on visa 407, you can apply for any other visa when it expires. Nothing is holding you back, even though you have come to do this temporary activity. But now you can apply for other visas. You can even go for your permanent resident and so on. Because now, when you are on visa 407, you'll be working, okay? You're supposed to be working in your occupation, all right? We'll come to that. So you're actually having your work experience. In 2 years, you have your 2 years work experience. You'll be qualified to apply for permanent resident or any other temporary visa, 491, 482, depending, okay? All right, so the first purpose is for occupational training required for registration. It says workplace-based training is required to get occupational registration, membership, or licensing, okay? So if you want to use it for registration, membership, licensing, when it is mandatory, okay, that you have to have certain experience or skills in Australia or in your home country, and you don't have it. So you can decide to come to Australia once you have a provider in Australia that will provide that training for you. You can come, and this visa is for that. All right. So the second purpose of this is occupational training to improve skills in eligible occupation. Okay. So if you want to improve your skill in eligible occupation, they have list of occupations. Okay. I will share the link. So the list of occupations that are eligible for you to apply for if you want to upgrade your skill. There are a lot. This one says Chief Executive, Managing Director, Child Care Center Manager. There are a lot. Mechanical Engineer. Don't say it's only the big one. No, it's in alphabetical order. Even registered nurse. There's a lot. I don't want to just be reading them like that. Translator, even a translator, dental therapist, beef cattle farmers, sheep farmers, quality assurance manager, hotel or motel manager, artist, television journalist, company secretary. There's a lot. How many? I will drop the link. 242 occupations are in the list. Okay, so if you have any of these occupations, you can come to Australia, okay, to upgrade your skill with visa 407 training visa. Okay, all right. So you must be coming to upskill in your current skill. So you cannot say you're a chef and you're coming to upskill in aged care or something. No. Or in mechanic. No. Or in engineering. No. So it must be in your current occupation. Okay. And so you'll be nominated. All right. There will be a plan for this training. So vet assess as well offer this kind of training to people. Okay. Depending, the company have to approach them, or whoever is going to give you this training, or the institution. Okay, they have a tailored plan for you because they will present this during your visa application. Okay, he said it's specifically tailored and timed to the training needs of the nominated person. So you that is applying for this is the nominated person. Okay, then it must be one of the eligible occupation. And it involves a nominee who has recent and suitable prior experience. This can include employment experience or study experience, okay? In the equivalent of at least 12 months, okay? Full time. So, if you are a new graduate, you don't have work experience, because he said that 12 months work experience or recent experience can be either work or study. So for new graduates that don't have experience, that cannot apply for visa 491 when you're supposed to have 2 years experience, or permanent resident when you're supposed to have 2, 3, 4 years experience, you can apply for this type of visa if you get some organization or training institution or vet assess as well to nominate you for this visa. Once you are in, you are in. This visa does not have any restriction, like you cannot stay back or something. All right. Remember, maximum of 2 years. Okay. The third purpose will be occupational training for capacity building overseas. Okay. Occupational training for capacity building include overseas qualification. Okay. So it can be workplace structure. You know how you qualify overseas? You want to come and have a capacity building in Australia, or so it has to be between your company and Australian company, okay? Or the government can support. Your country government can say, okay, we are sending these people to go over to Australia to acquire this skill, capacity building, and so on, okay? So it can be from your government as well. It can also be for professional development, okay? Program of face-to-face teaching in a classroom or similar environment in Australia, okay? So it is for training. I want to quickly tell you the requirement, okay? So you must be at least 18 years and above. There must be sponsorship. You have to be nominated by institution or employer. Employer that don't want to go through, maybe you don't have enough experience for visa 482, employer can say, okay, let's go with a 407. It's cheaper, bring you in, give you that experience, and employ you. Okay, so these are your options when you are looking for job as well. Tell employer you are out for this and that, depending. All right, you can bring your family with you with this visa. Yes, your family can come. Now, I know many people will ask me about English requirements. All you need here is functional English. I put a link as well. For functional English, it means that IELTS is 4, I think 4 or 4.5. You are good to go. Anyone can get that. Just for you to have functional English to enable you to at least do your training while you are here. Okay, so this visa, 25% of this visa can come out in 7 days. It's a quick visa. Okay, the highest it can go is for 2 months, but from 7 days you can get your visa. All right, and it doesn't say the age limit, but is at least you have to be 18 and above for you to go for this visa. Okay, and you have to be nominated, just like I said, and your nominator has to be an approved sponsor. So once someone or an organization is going to nominate you, they have to apply for temporary activity sponsor. Okay, they will do it for themselves. Okay, you'll be nominated, and when you have this visa, you can work. So the employer that nominated you, you'll be working for them. If it is your company from your home country that is doing it with a company here in Australia, of course you'll be working for that company. So you're not changing occupation. You're not going to work part-time. It has to be full-time work, because training in the job and so on. Okay, so this is a visa option. You know why I'm making this video today? A lot of people have asked me about this visa, so I've decided to do this video today for them. You know, I got you. Once you ask me questions, sometimes you think I'm not reading. I am, and I'm compiling them, and that's why we decided to be doing live section where we answer questions these days. Okay, so if you have your question in my DM, be looking out for our live section, because your question might be answered there. All right, and if you want one-on-one with me, please use the link in the description section and book for one-on-one consultation, and we're going to arrange for a suitable time that will suit you and suit me as well. Okay, all right, so that brings us to the end of this video. Now you know there is visa called visa 407 that you can use, come to Australia, train and be working full-time, and you can bring your family along, and you are required to only provide minimum level of English. Okay, so when you are shooting for 482, you are not seeing. Also, negotiate with the company, or if you have a company in your home country that wants to look for a company here to sponsor them, or you know, or you want to do a registration and you have a plan here, there is a company that will train you. For nurses as well, you can plan for a company here to come for experience and so on. It depends. It is your individual plan. Please, I do not have any contact on this. All right, that brings us to the end of this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and become a member of this beautiful family. Until I see you again in my next video, thank you. Bye.